Okay, so our next linear equation also has fractions in it. Looks a little bit different here. So the first thing that we're going to have to deal with, if we sort of think about our order of operations here, we've got some brackets in there. So the first thing we better do is actually take these constants in the front and then multiply them through to each of these terms. So let's see, so if I've got 3/4 times 8x, let's maybe just do the work over here really quickly. So 3/4 times 8 ends up giving me 3 times 8 gives me 24 over 4, which then simplifies to 6. Okay, so 3/4 times that 8x is going to end up just giving me 6 x's. All right, and then for the next part there, we've got 3 over 4 times 4, and maybe I'll just do the work over here really quickly. When I do 3 over 4 times 4, you can see the 4's sort of cancel each other out to just give me 3. So I'm just going to end up subtracting 3, and then we'll just carry that plus 3 down. Okay. And then we're going to go through and sort of get rid of those brackets there on this second part. So we're going to go through and do this multiplication. 2/5 times 5 ends up just giving me 2. Okay, maybe I should show that work too. Okay, so we've got 2/5 times 5. They cancel to give me 2. So that's where that 2 comes from, and there's still an x there. And then when I go through and I do the next 2/5 times this 10, I better do the work over here. So 2/5 times 10 gives me 20 divided by 5, which 20 divided by 5 works out nice and evenly and gives me 4. So up here I've got my 2/5 times 10 gives me just plus 4, and then I'm going to subtract off 1. Okay. So that's how, lucky for us, that kind of got rid of all the fractions right away. Nice. Okay. So then we're going to want to kind of group together like terms here. So let's look on this left-hand side of the equation. There's a 6x right here on this side, and then we've got minus 3 plus 3. That just is plus 0, right? We can kind of think of those as canceling each other out. So on that left-hand side, all we've really got is a 6x. And then on this right-hand side, we've got a 2x. And then we've got plus 4 minus 1. Plus 4 minus 1 just gives me plus 3. Okay. Now we've got ourselves a linear equation. We want to move all the x terms over to one side, let's say the left-hand side, and we're going to move all the constant terms or keep the constant terms on this right-hand side. Okay, so if I want to sort of think about moving that 2x over to the other side, I can subtract 2x from both sides. So I've got 6x minus 2x is equal to 3. So I've got all of the x terms on the left-hand side, all the constant terms on the right-hand side, and now we can simplify those terms. If I've got 6x minus 2x, we can just rewrite that as 4x. You can do that all in one step. You don't have to show all the steps. I'm just trying to make sure that we're going through things in lots of detail here so people aren't going to get lost. Okay, so from there we've got that 4x is equal to 3, so we're going to divide both sides by 4, so x is going to be equal to 3 over 4. Okay, final answer. Remember that you can always check whether or not these answers are right. We can take that 3 over 4 and plug it back into this left-hand side and work out the answer, right? And then take that 3 over 4, plug it into the right-hand side, and work out a number on this side, and those two numbers should be the same. As long as they give us the same number, then we know that we've done this properly, okay?